Q1Q Pharmacy. Quality healthcare at affordable price.
Summer holidays vandachu, நம்ம GT Holidays vandachu. GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Vandachu, the Chennai Silks Mega Combo Sale, Summer Chill Out Sale.
Thank you indeed, Peter, and welcome everyone to the grid here at Misano for the 12 hours. Quick one here. Beauty and the Beast, you make up your mind. Here are the trophies, the very large class trophy, the very special Spirit of the Race Award, which we award, and a watch. A free, free, good charge if you're a winner's watch. Omologato watch. Anyway, let's get into the grid, and you can see that at the front of the grid, it is the Proton Huber number 73 Porsche, and Manuel Loic is, Manuel, are you starting the car?
Yes, exactly.
So we saw Klaus Bachler putting in some fantastic times, but you've decided to hold him back for later in the race.
No, to be honest, I have to do the start because I have to leave this race a little bit earlier because I go during the night to the Nürburgring and have there tomorrow another race to drive. But in the end, it's also kind of a strategy to put me in now than one of the AM drivers, and in the third stint, it's Klaus who will gonna take the car.
I don't think you'd find two circuits a bigger contrast than Misano and the Nürburgring. How do you get your mind switched between the two?
I think it's not that easy because it's also a completely different category what I drive there. And but if you're a race driver, you have to adapt very quick.
Okay, here's our pole man. Along the other side, we have the Red Ant Mercedes. Here's the team. They're all talking to each other, which is good because they went karting last night. I'm not sure. Quick question: who won the karting?
I think it was one of the mechanics from the Porsche.
Oh, that's no good, is it? You're racing driver. You should just destroy them.
Yeah, we were destroying each other just by bumping into each other.
Yeah, talk about that. You have got a bit of an injury, haven't you? What happened earlier in the week?
I got some problems with the brakes in turn 8 and smashed my ankle against the roll cage, but it's good now.
You're a few races into running this GT3. What's the biggest difference between running a GT3 car and a 992 car in the Creventic series?
Got much more aero, so you can brake so much later and take so much more speed into the corner. So it's about 3-4 seconds gap between a 992 and a GT3, but you gain so much on the braking.
Good stuff. You can see evidence that there may be an issue because there's some nice bits that are wrapped here and then some bits which are pure carbon fibre. Now, luckily, it's Ayrton's dad's name above the door, so I don't think he'll be charged for the repairs. Moving on now, is my favourite... now this is very important to talk to Vito, the fueler. Vito, you're having to work with this GT3. How different is your job with the GT3 than it was with the Porsche?
It's a bit aanpassen, but now I'm used to it. So you're gonna see we're the fastest fuel guys on track here today.
And how annoying is it when Ayrton just chucks the car off and it has to get repaired?
Don't know what to say about this question here.
That's Vito the fueler. There's a story behind that. I accidentally interviewed him about 17 races ago. We've kind of made it a tradition now. Anyway, let's meander across over to the GT3 AM pole. And this is the very lovely Simpson Motorsport machine. Let's see if we can have a go with David. David, you're suited and booted. Are you starting the car?
Yes, I am.
And what is the tactics? It's quite a small field, so do you feel you'll be able to get into a rhythm really quickly?
I hope so. As I suppose pro drivers are starting around me, so the plan for the start is just to keep the position and not fighting dirty.
When you're up against the pro driver, I suppose, do you get to a point to go, no, it's all right, you go through and you just drift back and do your own thing?
No, that's not the plan. If somebody passed, I will just stick to them and look what they do. But otherwise, there's no plan to let everybody pass.
There goes in there from the 69 Simpson Racing Century Motorsport, one of the two. It's very, very long. Here we have the Haas team, another Audi, two Audis on row 2. Let's have a quick word with one of the drivers. I'm sorry, I've lost it. Your name is?
Peter Hulings.
Peter. Now, there's two of you. Is Matty starting, is he?
Yes, he's starting.
So how did he get that job?
We said eeny, miny, mo. No. We put in the young guns first, and then I'll go after as third. So to push and to keep a good pace and maybe to make a gap with the rest.
So I mean, this track. It seems relatively simple. It's a flat track. It doesn't seem to have those areas to catch you out like Spa might do. But when you're actually in the cockpit, is it a difficult, tricky circuit?
It's a very tricky circuit. I mean, it demands a lot of courage because for me it's the first time in the GT3 car, and there's some really high-speed corners where you have to use the downforce of the car. So and then a nice in-track here with a lot of curves, high speed as well. So no, it's a great track to drive.
Thank you. That's I'll give a quick word with Chris. Chris, is the team manager. Chris, a last look at the car, looking pristine. When you send it out, how worried are you it's going to come back in pieces?
I'm very confident. I trust my guys.
Do you have to tell them to slow down, or I always tend to speed up?
No. We always go full speed. No discussion about that.
If I have to visit in the pits later, I'll remind you of that, Chris. Back down on to 5th place, and it is the Scuderia Praha Ferrari, the 296 GT, and the orange, colourblind, yellow and black. And we're going to meander down to the back of the selection of racing drivers. Well, I'll talk to Joseph.
Again, me, sorry.
Well, we've known each other for so many years, it's for 10 years, 12 years. Scuderia Praha, been around for years in the Creventic series. Took a bit of a break, didn't you, for a couple of years. How different is the team now to the team which joined back in, 2011, 2012?
Well, in the end, it's quite funny because the core team is still basically the same. Just the drivers a bit changed, except me, luckily. So I'm still here. And yeah, most of the people are similar, same, and just few young guns helping us, especially during the pit stops, but otherwise the same team.
Yeah, when we were here last time, they used to get one of those Ferrari Italian hot shoes turn up, didn't they? I mean, is that not really what you're looking to do now? You are just looking to look at Czech and Slovak drivers.
Yeah, well, it depends. Mainly we focus now for the 24-hour series. That's our aim, and we'll see how it goes till the end of the season. Because at the moment it's going very well, but still we have very important races ahead of us. So we have to wait for the results, and during that, of course, we do other series with team Scuderia Praha Racing. We do also Ferrari Challenge, and but it's short distance races, sprint races, which are different. It's fun, but I definitely prefer the long races or endurance racing.
And of course, this is a 12-hour straight through, which isn't that common within Creventic. What do you think is the key single factor in this race? What is it? Is it tyre management? Is it fuel management? What is the key thing?
Well, I have to say that during the years, as the series progressed, to be honest, it's much more difficult than it used to be, and it's not really the one key factor that can change everything, but basically it's something where many people think that you have to preserve the tires, preserve the car, and just wait, but in the end we have to push all the time and just to really do maximum in one stint. Of course, it's let's say balance between how you prepare the car for the rest of the drivers or for the other drivers in your team. So that's kind of the only limitation, but otherwise you have to really push all the time, and especially here the tires last very long, so you can really enjoy the stint properly. And to be honest, I think the biggest difference can be the Code 60.
Thank you. Indeed, actually. And you've been in a few of them, you know about the Code 60, but all this, if you're new to us, be explained by our marvellous commentary team later on. E2P Racing, they're over on the other side. They are currently qualified in 6th, I think it is. So meander in. Let's see if I can find a suitably excited racing driver. Antonio, obviously happy with the qualifying overall? You aced the first sector, but ended up as first session, but ended up 6th. Was that okay?
Yeah, our position is not the best one, but I think that we are really happy with the car pace and the qualifying in general. Yeah, we are quite happy.
And how do you think the Aston suits this circuit in comparison to the other GT3 cars?
I don't know in compared to the other ones, but we feel really good this weekend. I think this track is a good track for the car. So yeah, we are happy, and let's see. Looking forward to the start.
It's like Antonio Saniero out of the E2P 90 Aston Martin. Now meandering back to the 71, which is the Utah Racing. Now this is always interesting because there's a lot of Lithuanians in this car. Let's see if we can find someone to talk to from the Utah Racing. Tim, how are you doing? Utah Racing, the Audi does seem quite suited to this track, looking at the cars further up the grid.
Yeah, we feel good. We only made 7 overall, but You know, it's a 12-hour race, so we are ready to go, and we have a good setup. We are, I think, the only one who can refuel under code 60 more than the others, so we see what will happen.
Yes, good point. So do you think that being an AM is going to be a big advantage in this 12-hour straight-through race?
Yeah. I think in making here the qualification, you need the pros, for sure. But in the end, it counts. Don't make mistakes and be continuously.
Great stuff. Thank you, Tim. Now, next to them, the 81 is the Era Motorsport team. Now, this is very interesting. Now, you'll notice that there's a common theme amongst Ferrari teams, and I'm going to ask you what it is. Why is the rear wing so comfortable? Because the Scuderia Ferrari team are all leaning on their rear wing. You're leaning on your rear wing, but no other team are leaning. What is it about? What is it? I'm going to ask, what is it about the? Look at how. Why is the rear wing so comfortable?
It's just the perfect height.
Obviously you're not worried about knocking it out of alignment. It's quite strong as well.
Yeah, no, it'd be a fairly big whack to damage this one.
Right, talk to me about you're starting quite far back. I mean, it's a 12-hour race. Does that really concern you at all?
No, not in the slightest. It's, as you said, 12-hour race and anything can happen. Just looking forward to getting on with it and progressing that way.
So, you've been here for a long time, the team. You've had 2 cars running during the practice days. I mean, how important is that extra lappage, Carl?
Seat time around here, I think for all of us, was massive because none of us had been here before. So Dwight especially, just getting him comfortable, using the second car for some setup and tuning on what we have, and then seat time in the other one for Dwight.
So when you got I've been here and I'm a bit sad I've done it on iRacing. It seems like a relatively simple circuit. It's got no elevation change to bother you. It seems to be. I know it's a grippy circuit. Is it a difficult circuit to learn? Is it a complex track?
I don't think it's actually that complex of a track to learn. I think it's probably fairly difficult to get a lap time from. With it being flat, it's fairly difficult to pick out some of your references, but we've had a fair bit of running at this point, so I think we'll be all right.
Great stuff, Kyle. That's Kyle's idea about the track, but let's have a bit closer look at the circuit Misano Marco Simoncelli with Peter Mackay.
Well, this is a circuit that needs no introduction for motorcycle racing fans. The Misano World Circuit here on the Adriatic coast, just up the road from Regione and Cattolica. Really complex, this circuit, I think would be the best way to describe it. Originally opened in 1972 when it was known as the Autodromo de Santa Monica, the village in which it's based. But bizarrely, back in 2006, this circuit actually ran in the other direction, where it was heavily revised and changed to clockwise, like it is now, resurfaced 5 years ago, a lot more grip, but quite bumpy for the motorcycles. One thing we've been talking about all week is the track limits. Because of the tarmac runoff, it's easy to get it and break track limits through there as well. Quite fast at points as you head down to Quercia to the hairpin. You're braking from 240 kilometers an hour, but it gets really, really quick around the back part of the circuit through.
Back down here on the grid, we're now going to row back further, and we're with RAFA Racing. RAFA, who had a marvellous result in Spa, and the man whose name isn't really above the door, but he is the man who pays for it. Well, Michael, big result last time in Spa. Must have been a real boost for the team.
Yeah, it was fun, and we try to do it again this year, this event, and hope it stays like that.
Quite a different track and a different challenge, isn't it here? Low car count, but very fast cars here at Misano.
Yeah, it's some parts are real fast, so you have to stay on it. And it's only 20 cars or 21 cars, so it's much easier than on other tracks where you have 90 cars.
And how are you going to finesse your driver's time? Because you've got a very flexible chance to put drivers on. Are you going to go out first, or are you going to wait to go out?
Well, it's Alex does the start, always the fast ones. And Chantal and me, we will do our stint, and then we'll see if we go in for a second time. It depends on how we are.
And what's your aim for this race after your podium last time?
Podium.
Good stuff. Thank you, Michael Kroll there. Next door we have the Viper Racing. It's a GT3. It's the all-Malaysian team. I'm going to see English okay? English. Fantastic. Let's. Oh, it's a boss. This is great. Not only is his English okay, but he knows the hierarchy. He knows how. This is a man who wants another drive. Yeah, you're in for next race as well. Well done. Lovely looking car. Really good project. I mean, you must be very proud to bring a Malaysian team into an international competition like this.
Oh yeah, but we've actually been doing quite a number of international competitions. And we've been racing in Europe off and on all this while. But yes, it's good to be back in Europe. It's good to be back with Creventic. We raced with them when we did the TCR 500 in Spa. Yeah, so that was nice. It's nice, yeah.
That really is Creventic history, the TCR 500. Yeah. And of course, the difference between a TCR car and a GT3 Mercedes could not be bigger. Front-wheel drive, not much power, to rear-wheel drive, lots of power. Yes. I mean, I take it, it's a silly question, I take it that's more fun to drive, isn't it?
I think all cars are fun to drive. No? Yes, yeah, you certainly go faster in the GT3. And, once you actually get used to the speed, you always want more. And more and more. So you actually move up the radar. But this time around, we're actually moving down because we used to be racing LMP3s. And now we're doing GT3s.
Oh, so you've gone down, you've actually got less downforce.
Yeah, less downforce, but yeah, the LMP3 was really nice to drive. Yeah.
Is there an ultimate aim perhaps to move back into prototypes and perhaps P2 and then go on the sort of Le Mans environment?
Yeah, we've been doing Asia Le Mans for maybe like 3-4 seasons, and now, these days, because it's over in Middle East a lot more, so we've decided probably we will actually rather do GT3 racing rather than LMP3.
Great stuff, thank you. Douglas Coe from the 73 Viper. Let's meander across to the front of the next grid. This is the 909 Red Camels Jordan, and it's very, very important that we have our every race chat with our resident home strategist, Mr. Paul Truswell. Paul, you managed to regain pole after a application to stewards to get a lap back, but I get the impression that your opinion is that he shouldn't have been that far off the track to begin with.
Well, I mean, obviously, pole position means nothing for an endurance race over 12 hours, so we're not really concerned whether we're on pole position or not. But it's a great way to start the weekend. It means that we're obviously starting from the front, staying out of trouble, and looking forward to a gorgeous race.
Yeah, we've got the weather for it. Now, we're 12 hours straight through here on a track which doesn't seem to be particularly instant-inducing. Does that make your job much simpler than it was a split race?
It's simpler when it's a straight-through race, certainly. With it being 12 hours, it's just keep going for as long as you can, doing what Red Camel always does, which is to keep a reliable car, being quick in the pit stops. All our drivers are very closely matched, and that's the big key. None of the drivers is particularly slower than any of the others, so keep our fingers crossed.
So a quiet day of Paul Truswell, just looking at the lap, yeah, that's fine, off you go.
That's right, yeah, absolutely, just keep to the plan.
Great stuff, that's Paul Truswell. Paul will be joining the Radio Show Limited and Radio Le Mans team, in the booth for Le Mans, and I know that for a fact because I'm the person driving him there. This is the Van Berlo family outing on the next line, which is this is number 925. Let's have a quick word with Kai Van Berlo. Kai, disappointed not to get pole in class?
It's a long race, so P2 is a good starting position. I think everyone did a solid job. Obviously, we would have loved to be in pole position, but at the end of the day, it's 12 hours. It's all about staying out of trouble and make a way to the front.
We've got about 3 or 4 family teams here. What do you think it is that attracts this sort of family team racing atmosphere?
It kind of is. I mean, it's fun battling against the other families. Obviously, it's been about 5 years since I did the last race with my brother and my dad in Spa, also the 12 hours. So it's good to be back with them, excited to share the car with them, and hopefully we'll get a good result.
Can you be brutally honest with your family? So you turn around your dad and go, Dad, you're just too slow.
Yeah, actually, we've been testing the last 2 days, and it's been pretty much unfiltered, so no issues with that.
Unfiltered and Dutch, that should be interesting to hear. Thank you, Kai there. Meandering down now through the rest of the 9. Just see if we can just have a couple of minutes to go. Let's see if we can have a little bit of a rundown and see if we can find a couple of other classes. I mean, this is the phalanx of 992 Porsches who are coming to the back of this 22-car field. We have the very pretty Seb Lejeune 888 in a bright mauve. There's the Cron Racing Aviation, obviously Nick Johnson and Tracy Cron. Keep meandering down as we do. Now it's the Ajith Kumar machine, and I'm sure we'll hear from Ajith during the race and his moving fan club. And then we get to our first of our two other classes. We have a XPX car, of course, which is the Vortex, currently not on fire. And then right at the back we have the 421, which is the AMG, I'm going to say the single GT4 car. So we can just pop into the actual drivers. Let's do the whole lean in interview. Let's have a word. I have to work out. Which is your driver?
Matt George.
Matt George. So, Matt, you have 20 cars in front of you.
Yeah. Not much more to say than that, really.
Now, it's a kind of a strange situation. You are the sole GT3 car here, so you've already won. What is the motivation? What is the kind of the aim for a team that knows it's won, but I assume also wants to learn a lot?
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, we've had a great run in the 24-hour series. We've won a lot of races, but I'd be lying if I said that we had executed a perfect race each time. So it's a great opportunity for us to aim to execute the fastest race we possibly can.
Q1Q Pharmacy. Quality healthcare at affordable price.
Summer holidays vandachu, நம்ம GT Holidays vandachu. GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
vandachu the Chennai Silks in mega combo sale, summer chill out sale.